Good morning. It's February the 27th, 2017. We'll kick off the day with our standard disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, the market opened on its high. This is probably one of the best indicators of which way a market's going to go. If the opening price is the high and or the low of the session, that's a pretty good indication of what's coming your way. You can see that we have a B right here, and if we split Asia out, we have another B. So we have a couple of B's in front of us. And again, the issue is, can we break it today? Tomorrow night's speech by Trump to Congress, where he's supposed to flesh in his plans and proposals on taxes and Obamacare, is probably the major factor. It is the biggest piece of news facing us right now, and that will tend to hold the market in a trading range. The E-mini made a new high last night in Globex at 2370. If the E-mini sells today, we should get support in treasuries. My guess is it moves sideways. It'll probe and find support, probably 2360 to 65. We do have news today that will impact the trading, but given Trump's speech, I don't know if it'll change things. Durable orders up 1.8%. That's a big number. If that is the case, Treasuries should sell. Export transportation plus 5%, which is the number they'll look at. That also could hurt Treasuries. Core capital goods plus 8%. We're starting to see businesses invest in the future. They haven't been doing that. They didn't know what the future was going to bring. More tightening, less growth, higher taxes, etc. So they've popped open their pocketbooks a little bit. Pending home sales plus 1.1. Okay, interest rates historically are still pretty low. The issue is, who can afford or qualify for a mortgage or a new home. Low interest rates mean that you can buy more house than you can with higher interest rates. So the demand for housing is still there. The higher interest rates dictate how much square footage and what the address is going to be. So the demand for housing won't go away. It gets hurt by higher interest rates, but this number might come in a little higher than forecast because housing prices have been taking off. And so you're afraid you might stretch a little bit to make sure that you get in a house. So pending home sales is a number that could impact the trading, but the biggie is right there. Durable orders, ex transportation. Then Dallas Fed was 11.9. There's no swag for what it's going to be today. My guess is it might come in a little higher, but not by much. So durable orders, ex transportation is the focus. We're right in our sell zone resistance, so 16 to 20 is sell 1. 23.27 sell 2. On the buy side, 9 to 13. A lot of it's going to be dependent upon which way the E-mini actually does go, and then 1 to 5. Hope you all had a great weekend. Ours started off cool yesterday. We were in the low 50s, and we've got a 70 degree, I think Wednesday is forecast to be 70 degrees again. So, and it looks like most of the plants survived those 2 nights in the low 20s. So hopefully that is the case. Every year out here in this part of the world, you have to replace some of your plantings. Too dry, something always gets them. Too cold, early frost. It's a good place to be in the nursery business. Okay, the spread was the same as I woke up this morning as it was on Friday's close at 27 plus 20, 21. Resistance up here is at 12, so 8 to 12 is number 1. 15 to 19, sell 1. And we'll make it 27 to 31, sell 2. On the support side, 28 to the buck, so 21.25. 9 to 13. Gold was off a little bit. Like I said, the E-mini did hit 2370 in Globex. That would take gold a little bit lower. Gold's still acting and looking pretty strong. Right in this high volume area, so as long as we stay above 12, well really, we had our breakout down here, so let's say 1245, 1250, this market can trade higher. There's a seller against 60. 59.61, sell 1. 64.66, pretty much where we were on Friday, sell 2. On the buy side, 50.52. And 45.47. Looking at the euro, pretty quiet markets. Everything, all things considered. In France, and again, it's can you believe the polls or not? Looks like Macron, I'm not sure I pronounced his name correctly, is clearly in the lead on a polling basis over Le Pen. And again, can you trust the polls? So France is looking better. Things are looking more rosy. The euro is looking a little better because of that. So you can see right up here, we got a pretty clean break in the market. Up here, 106, 106 and a quarter is where the seller is. Down here, 105, 105.25 is where the buyer is. That's a 1 point range. Volatility has come in, hasn't it, in a lot of markets. So 95 to 106.05, sell 1. 20 to 30, sell 2. On the buy side, 50 to 60, buy 1. 105 and a quarter, buy 2. Crude oil. I didn't notice any articles from OPEC boosting the price of crude oil over the weekend, and my feeling is that they didn't have to do it because we got a buyer at 54 and we got a seller at 54.75. We're in the dollar range. The volatility has come in a bunch. Rich's 100 tick rule, or 1 point or $1, isn't working right now. So we've lost a lot of volatility in crude. And I think it's the same situation as in the stock market. The market just doesn't sell. And when the market doesn't sell, it's a one-sided market. There's less opportunity and fewer players and less willingness to take the short side of the market. So I believe that's why the volatility is coming in. 50 to 75, that's where resistance is. Sell 1. 55, 55 and a quarter, sell 2. Would like to get it done against 55. I like that trade. 53.75, 54, buy 1. 53 and a quarter, 54.50 by 2. $54.50 is very aggressive. 54.75 and higher. The closer we get to 55, the better it looks. And that's just a structural sell. Logic would tell us that we would get stops above 55 even. Okay, the E-mini made another high in London, and shouldn't be afraid to sell those. Those are it happens, and they had a nice run last week. They set a new record, and so can we set another record today? Make it 12 days. And because it's the end of the month, I don't think that you're going to have a lot of institutional selling. So 69.71, sell 1. 74.76, sell 2. On the buy side, headed a little bit lower right here, 60, 62 by 1. 55, 57 by 2. Durable orders up 1.8. X transportation plus a half. That's a double plus. Goodness. Core capital goods plus 0.8%. Pending home sales plus 1.1%. And Dallas Fed, I don't know. Previously 11.9. The focus, durable orders, X transportation. These numbers are supportive for equities. If as forecast, so would pending home sales would be supportive. And Dallas Fed, if it comes in pretty close to where it is right now, it would be also supportive. But there's the news focus. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back as soon as possible.